The first Shrek came out in 2001 and won the first ever Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. The next two movies in the series together grossed over $1 billion worldwide. Shrek, over the past decade, has become a cultural phenomenon with a TV Christmas special, a Broadway show, and tons of merchandise. Sadly, Shrek Forever After is the final chapter in the movie series. The good news is the big green ogre goes out in style. The plot of the film is based on the old It's a Wonderful Life theme of what Shrek's world would have been like if he was never born. When I first learned that this was the story, I immediately thought it wouldn't work because so many other films have tried this idea and failed. However, this time the writers pulled it off. Shrek is bored with being a dad and nice ogre and wishes he could go back to the old days. He meets Rumpelstiltskin, who offers him a deal, a day without worries or responsibilities in exchange for one day from his past. Shrek takes the deal, but the day Rumpelstiltskin takes is the day Shrek was born. And so everyone and everything in his swamp and in Far, Far Away is different and not in good shape. Shrek has to convince Fiona, Donkey, and all his friends who he is. And together they have to break the spell, defeat Rumpel and his evil witches, and get things back to the way they were. There are some funny scenes in Forever After, but what makes the movie work is the story, which is the best of the series. The writers don't rely on pop culture references and gags of Shrek 2 and Shrek the Third for cheap laughs, and this is by far the most emotional of the four films. The 3D animation is great, beginning in the opening scene where horses pulling a carriage gallop right past you in the audience. Walt Dorn voices Rumpelstiltskin. Jane Lynch and John Hamm join the regulars, Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, Antonio Banderas, Julie Andrews in the voice cast, and they're all excellent, including my buddy Regis Philbin, who is back as Mabel, one of the ugly stepsisters. He only has one line, but does a great job. Shrek Forever After is rated PG for some mild action violence. It's appropriate for everyone who's seen any of the previous films, and even those who haven't. And if you're a die-hard fan of the series, you'll be very satisfied with the final installment. On the official Kid Critic Report Card, Shrek Forever After gets a B+. Even if this is truly the final Shrek film, it may not be the final time we see Shrek on the big screen. DreamWorks will be out with a Puss in Boots spin-off next year. If that becomes a series, we could see a cameo from a certain ogre at some point. I'm Lights Camera Jackson, and Gingy, your Kid Critic.